Thank you for joining me, everybody, today for today's video. Can you see what this is? You see what this is? I said I didn't need this, but guess what? I thought about it and I need it after all, because guess what? There's so many things that I can do with this thing that I kept telling myself, you can't do this, you don't need that. I need it for so many things. So let's get this thing unboxed. It's the Epson ET4800 printer. Then we're going to turn it into a sublimation printer, because that's another thing that I want to learn how to do. So let's go ahead and get this box cut wide open. All right, first we're going to pull out all these little foam pieces here. I'm going to just set those to the side. And then I think I'm just going to use my craft table to get it out for now. And I'll be back on my cart, you guys, in just a second. Well, what's inside the box here? Well, let's check it out. All right, first off, we got this nice printer. I'm just going to move this bag out the way and kind of set it back down on my cart here. Right, so we have this printer. We have the regular inkjet ink that we're not going to be using, because I'm not going to be printing off inkjet images. I'm going to be doing sublimation. We also have our software on the disc right here. If you are able to go ahead and use this in your computer to upload the drivers, then you're going to go ahead and use this. Mine doesn't have my computer doesn't have a spot for drivers, so I'm going to be installing mine via Wi-Fi. We also have the power cord. And yeah, so then what we need to do is go ahead and remove all this blue tape here. Has a lot of blue tape everywhere, so you want to make sure to get all the tape off all these spots. And can I just be honest with you guys, right? Because I like learning new things, but it kind of sometimes takes me just a little minute to get to figuring out how things work. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to try to figure everything out here. Now we have some more blue tape down here, and this black part down here. So I'm going to make sure I get out all the tape everywhere. So I don't want to have no problems with tape. And I think this little spot might slide out. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to remove the tape from underneath here. And then on top, oh yeah, and then the tray comes out just like that. All right. Okay, and so that looks like I've gotten all the tape. I'm just going to slide this thing back in. And you guys, honestly, I don't know how this thing works. I think this is where we lift it up to put the paper, insert the paper. I don't know. I know this is probably the top where you scan it in. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing plugged up. I'm going to plug up the power cord, and we're going to go through the prompts and see if we can't at least get it set up for a test print, so we can get started on the sublimation journey that I thought that I didn't need to learn, you guys. All right. So I'm just going to plug it in the back here. I'm going to have to swing my camera around so I can get closer to my cord outlet. my plug outlet. So give me a sec, you guys. Everybody, so the first thing that it told me to do, and I'm going to be just following the directions on this instruction sheet here to make sure that I get everything correct. So it's told me to first download the app on my computer, which I did. Now it says to turn on the power button, so let's go ahead and do that. And it says don't connect my product to my computer yet, launch the app and follow the instructions in my setup. Okay. So the next thing it wants me to do is to fill the tank up. And again, remember, so I want this to be a sublimation printer. So I'm not going to use the regular inkjet printer that came with the printer. I'm just going to be using this sublimation ink that I ordered online here. Some We Lacer, I think that's how you say it, sublimation ink. It was just what I saw. Didn't go with any particular brand. It was just what I saw that was, you know me, inexpensive. So I went with that. So it says the first color to fill in is going to be this black, I believe. So it says to unpack the black ink and hold it upright and slowly untwist the cap. Okay, but so first let me see, how do I even open this thing? Oh, there we go. You pull it down just like that. So I'm just going to get the black ink here. I'm going to cut it open with my scissors. Again, this is sublimation ink. It says for me to untwist the cap, hold it upright, and slowly turn the bottle cap to remove it. Don't shake the ink, and insert the ink into the point until it shows that it is filled into the port. What I need to do here, I need to move the this blue little panel back. You guys see that there's a blue panel here. I have to pull that back. Then I just have to turn over the ink and insert it into the black and squeeze. And it's filling up to the line there. And let's see here. It says when the tank is full, remove the ink bottle securely and close the cap. Do not force the bottles into position as they are colored, and insert until the top filling port line. So I'm going to fill the ink up all the way to that top port there, and I think I got that. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put this cap back on. Then our next color, we're going to close this blue, flip up top back up, and then we're going to do our next color. Our next color is yellow. So we're going to go ahead and put the yellow in now. And we're going to do all the colors the same way. The yellow, then the magenta, and then the cyan. And each one has a Y, and then there's also a color-coded letter down here on the bottom of the printer to let you know what color goes where. So the next one is the Y, which is yellow. Just going to pull back the blue tab, and I'm going to squeeze it in. Okay, that's filled up, so I'm going to take that out. Gonna close yellow back up. Next, magenta. And then the cyan. And I'm going to close back all the blue tabs up, and I'm going to close the top to where you fill up the ink. Alright, so it says the next thing to do on my list here is to raise the control panel, then press the power button to turn on the product. Control panel. What's the control panel? This thing here. Raise the control panel right there, this thing, okay? I'll select my language, which is going to be English. So English is already selected. Then I'm going to press this question mark to continue. Gotta press and hold this for 5 seconds, it says. I gotta go back, you guys. Okay. Then I gotta press the start button to get the ink charging. And that's going to charge for about 11 minutes, it says. All right, everybody, so the getting the ink throughout the printer is done. You can see it says done there, and the directions say that the light is supposed to stop blinking once everything is complete. So continuing to follow my instructions, let's turn it over and see what am I doing next. Okay, press the OK button to proceed with the setup. Okay, and now I want to align the print head to get the best quality. I want to adjust, so I'm going to push OK. Perform a print head to nozzle check and check the print quality. OK. Load in a piece of paper from the back, and I'm just going to move over. My blue tabs are in the back so that my paper size slides in correctly. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to push It says on here the star with the line to print, and I'm going to push print. And now it's going to print me a test page. And let me pull that tray out, I think. Okay. So that's our next step. And we're just going to wait to see, I think, what the lines are supposed to look like. And let's see here. So it looks like all my lines are pretty good, you guys. If you can see that, all my lines look pretty good. I see color on all the lines. So I'm going to say, are there any missing segments? I'm going to say no and hit OK. And align the print position, okay. I think we already did this, you guys, but let's see. I'll try it one more time. Then hit the star. And it's just giving me a reminder to check my ink level regularly. So I'll make sure to do that. And the ink levels did go down a little bit once it sent all the ink throughout the printer, so I will be able to go ahead and just retop those off. Okay, now this here test is done, and the instructions on the panel says to look at the printout and choose the boxes with the least lines. On the next screen, select the number. The least lines. Okay, let's see. So I think that's going to be 3, 4, and 5. It looks like 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and press those on the panel. 3. Okay. 4. Okay. 5, okay. And it looks like that's it, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to press OK again and OK for done. And it says load another piece of paper in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit print one more time, and we're going to see if we can get that more clearer now. Okay, now this test is done, and it says to choose the rectangles that are not separated or overlapped. So they all look pretty good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And then I'm going to press done. Okay, now it's asking me, do I want to set up the fax? But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to set up that later. So I'm going to hit the hashtag symbol. Remind me later. Okay, even though I'm probably not going to use that. Select copy mode. Fax, quiet mode.